Welcome to Team Effort. Today's topic is, do you have to attend the Daily Scrum? Or why big klaxons should be going off in your head right now. Hi, I'm Morten from Hyperreactive. Today we're going to talk about the dreaded question facing many a Scrum Master and lead developer. Do I have to attend the Daily Scrum? And how to deal with that question. Also, if you're the one thinking about asking this question, why you're completely missing the point and what you should rather be asking. Oh, and if you're new here, please subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. And as always, you can read even more about this topic in the article linked in the description below, where you can also subscribe to our newsletter. This time around, the article contains some great refreshers for the basic principles of the Agile Manifesto. So, this is a question I see a lot, both directly in the wild, but also often in online communities for both Scrum Masters and developers. To answer the question, if you feel the Daily Scrum is a waste of time, it is. But just answering yes or no is definitely not the right approach. Instead, if you get this question, or if you think about asking this question, big alarm klaxons should be going off in your head. Let me take this opportunity to remind you of some of the biggest warning signs of a failed Daily Scrum. Does anyone feel it's a waste of time? Then it is. Do Daily Scrums get cancelled if a certain person isn't around? This might be the Scrum Master or the product owner. If the rest of the team is fine with cancelling, they're clearly getting zero benefit out of the meeting. Does anyone seem annoyed or grumpy about attending the Daily Scrum? Then they clearly don't feel that it's a meeting for their benefit. Does anyone feel restricted in what they can and cannot say? For instance, would a team member hesitate to say that they've been playing with a new technology that isn't directly involved in your current product? If so, there's probably someone at the Scrum that shouldn't be there. The CTO definitely isn't welcome, nor is any direct managers. It's a team internal meeting. It's not about your personal value to the team. It's about the team's overall progress. There's definitely more warning signs and more ways that a Daily Scrum can go off the rails, but these are the most common ones. So, what is the correct reaction to any of these warning signs? Reevaluate how you're doing the Daily Scrums and go back to the Scrum Guide or even the Agile Manifesto and reread what you're supposed to be doing. The Daily Scrum is all and only about figuring out whether you're on track to meet the goal of your sprint. That's it. Of course, if you're not on track, you need to figure out what you need to do to get there. Help each other, push for external deliveries, maybe de-scope some tasks. But that's it. And it's definitely in everyone's interest in the team that you're meeting the sprint goal, right? But you can also completely skip the Daily Scrum. Nobody says you have to do it. It's up to you and the team whether you need it or not. Yes, the Scrum Guide highly recommends it. And the Agile Manifesto says that meeting face-to-face is the best way to communicate in the team. But if something else works for you, go ahead and do it. Many teams using Slack have started using virtual scrums through a bot. You'll still spend the same time per person in the meeting, but you can spend it on your own time rather than coordinate with everyone. Also, with more and more teams going at least partially remote, coordinating a Daily Scrum at the same time gets harder and harder. And in general, keep a fairly lax attitude about meeting attendance. Yes, all Scrum ceremonies are important, but so are a lot of other things. If some developer is deep in code trying to solve some tricky bug, that might be a lot more important. Finally, don't treat your team members as children. They're responsible adults capable of prioritizing their own time. And if someone isn't worthy of this responsibility, is keeping them in line like an angry kindergarten teacher really in the best interest of your team? Do you really want them on your team? So keep your Daily Scrum, or not. Just make sure that everyone is aligned on the value that the Daily Scrum brings. This brings me to the question of the day. What benefit do you personally get from your Daily Scrums? Please give your answer in a comment below and feel free to tag it like this. Finally, remember to like and subscribe for more content like this. We'll be posting new content every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, so make sure to stay updated. When you follow the link below to our in-depth article, you can also subscribe for our newsletter on all things relevant for modern web development teams. Keep coding, and thanks for watching.